chapter 1.
What was it again, Steven?
2 Timothy chapter 1.
Where's 2 Timothy?
It's verse 15 to 18.
Oh, wow.
2 Timothy chapter 1, verses 15 to 18. Why do you look so confused?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're in 2 Tim. Completely forgot. Because I thought we were still 1 Tim.
One of these days, someone's going to teach 1 Timothy. I'll do it, don't worry.
Alright, do you have a Bible?
No.
The Bible's right here. See the Holy Bible? Project can get the Holy Bible for.
It's been gotten.
Oh, USB, perfect. Alright.
A Brief History of Chinese Civilization. That's the right one, dude. That's our Bible.
That's Bible. Alright, please flip to page 1089.
Why are you still? It's not the same. You didn't.
Yo, stop recording. You're upping up my time. You can't be doing this.
You're welcome.
Pause it.
Inflating.
You're welcome.
Yo, you're
I'm
inflating
giving you a
it.
service, not disservice.
No.
Dude, and then in the end, you'll be like, how long did I go for?
Oh,
Sir,
45
you went
minutes,
for
no big
45 minutes. 20 minutes just waiting. Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright, so first let us start with a word of prayer.
Oh, no.
And then we're going to start this 5-minute long lesson. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing all of us here safely, Lord, even though some of us came in late. But because of this lesson, we are going to go fast, Lord, and we're going to make it on time. I just want to pray that your Spirit will speak through me as I teach this lesson. Just want to pray that you'll be able, even though this is such a small text, it has a lot of deep information in it, Lord.
Mm-hmm.
Please allow me to be able to unpack it to them and allow them to be able to understand this passage. Should I pray? Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. I'm gonna have difficulty. I'm just gonna name them PHO. Okay? Okay, ready? From verse 15. You know that everyone in the province of Asia has deserted me, including P and H. May the Lord show mercy to the household of O, because he often refreshed me and was not ashamed of my chains. On the contrary, when he was in Rome, he searched hard for me until he found me. May the Lord grant that he will find mercy from the Lord on that day. You know very well in how many ways he helped me in Ephesus. Is it Ephesus? Yes, Ephesus. Okay, so just saying verse 15 and 18 connects directly to verses 1 to 15. 14.
I didn't know that.
If you just read the subsection, appeal for the one that Stephen's teaching on, appeal for gospel to Paul and appeal for loyalty to Paul and gospel, and the part I'm teaching on is example of this loyalty and loyalty. So 15 to 18 is the example of the core message of verses 6 to 14. And just in case if you guys forgot what it is, what the core message is supposed to be on, it's supposed to be on how Paul is speaking on telling Timothy that he shouldn't be ashamed of the gospel. All of Paul, who is taken prisoner for being a testimony to the gospel. And it just, in verse 6, it starts off with, in verse 7, it talks about how the Spirit does not make us timid, but it gives us power, love, and self-discipline. And then it goes on to Paul talking about how, I am in chains for the gospel, but don't be ashamed of it, right? And listen to what I am going to say. So Paul is telling him to listen to what I'm going to say and keep it close to your heart. Keep it as sound teaching. Right? So 15 to 18, he's going to give two examples. He's going to give two examples of friends. Okay?
Sure. Friends.
Okay? So the first example is in verse 15, and it's going to be on disloyal friends. The second example is going to be from verses 16 to 18, and it'll be on loyal friends. Okay, so what I titled this is what a true friend means. Alright, so we're going to go into verse 15. And even though verse 15 is just one verse, it has a lot of detail in it. Okay, so it starts with, you know that everyone in the province of Asia has deserted me, including P and H. So when Paul is saying Asia, what is it referring to?
Asia Minor?
Yes, but where is that located? Modern day.
In Turkey.
Yes, Turkey. And Ephesus is one of the main cities of Minor Asia.
Wait, hold up. So is Ephesus still in Turkey today?
Huh?
So is the entire Asia Minor in Ephesus, in Turkey today, or is it also in like some other countries?
No, Asia Minor is the if you see the map,
Yeah.
yes, it's Turkey, like parts of Turkey.
Bottom
Bottom-
left.
You know how there's like the strip of line from Turkey to Europe?
Yeah.
That's modern day Asia.
Oh, so that entire thing?
No, not the entire thing, but parts of Turkey is because Turkey is bigger.
Okay.
Parts of Turkey and Ephesus. I'm pretty sure there is a city named Ephesus still, but then it might have been like this.
That'd be cool.
Ephesus is like
It
probably
might have been
destroyed.
Muslimized.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm. So Ephesus is a what do you call it? A important city in Minor Asia, right? And he says that everyone in the province of Asia has deserted him. So he's also telling Timothy that people from Ephesus have left him too. Okay. So in this case, Timothy knows exactly what Paul is saying because Timothy is in one of the cities that Paul is referring to. You guys understand?
Wait, so.
So Timothy knows exactly what Paul is talking about because
Wait, so then which journey was it when Timothy was with Paul going to Ephesus?
no
Was
Timothy is in Ephesus. Remember, First and
yeah,
Second
yeah, and
Timothy.
then he
Paul
was-
was in jail, writing to
Yeah,
Timothy,
in
and Timothy
Ephesus.
has to in a way reform the church of Ephesus, like try to
Right.
get the people back on
Yeah.
track. And then now Paul is talking about how telling Timothy that you know that there are everyone in the province of Asia has deserted me, and Ephesus is a city in Asia. Right, so Timothy knows exactly who Paul is talking about. And the two examples that he gives right away is P and H, even though we do not know, we don't know who exactly they are. But the only thing that we know about them is they're just two people that Paul put down in the book, the Bible, that everybody will remember
Wow.
forever. But we do not know anything else other than they just deserted Paul. Okay? And so during this time that Paul is writing it, is the time of Emperor Nero. Is that how you pronounce it? The
Nero?
Nero.
Which one?
Nero?
Nero. Nero.
The mad one?
Yeah, the mad one. So just a quick brief history. So basically, there was Nero was the emperor of Rome. There was a great fire in Rome that basically burned down 75% of Rome. Right? Some people said that the emperor started it. Some people said that some other people started it, right? But then the emperor decided to say, you know what, it's the Christians that started. So he started a huge persecution of Christians.
Oh.
So if you're a Christian, you either died, get killed, you became a slave, or you go to prison. Right?
Oh yeah, just one of those three.
Yeah, it's one of those three
no
choices
biggie.
if you're a Christian. Right? So under this fear, so Paul being like the leader of the Christians, he was arrested under house arrest in this time, and everybody else who claims to be Christians, most of them decided to run away and decided to desert. And this is why Paul is writing this. And he's saying that, okay, you know exactly who deserted me, and these people who call themselves Christians, they all have left me. Right? And just imagine this: being rejected by the world hurts, but being rejected
By those
by
friends.
by people who you have been walking along with, your spiritual journeys, is even more painful. It hurts even more. Yeah. So the saying goes as, to be rejected by the world is unpleasant, but to be deserted by fellow workers in service of Christ is particularly painful.
Who wrote that?
Huh? It's from a source that I got.
What source did you get?
Huh? I did not cite it.
Oh, great. Plagiarism.
Yes.
Get out of my house.
Yes. Alright. So, so in a way, by abandoning Paul, they also abandoned the gospel message. Because Paul was related to Christianity, right, to Jesus, that he's in chains for the gospel. And when they abandoned Paul, they're also saying no to the gospel.
Wait, hold up. So then, are you saying that it's symbolic?
No, it's connected. Because the reason why is Paul under arrest?
For his faith.
For the gospel.
Yes.
So the Christians who deserted Paul, they deserted Paul because out of fear for men, right? Out of fear for Rome, and why were they afraid of Rome? Like what does them having connection to Paul do?
I'll lead them to getting arrested or killed.
Yes, the death, imprisonment, or slavery, right? And the emperor is mainly targeting followers of Jesus. So being associated to Paul means you're associated to being followers of Jesus. So if you abandon Paul, you're also abandoning Jesus. Does that work? Does that make sense? It's like connected, right? So in this way, Paul at this moment is really like, I would say sad. Like he's a little,
Sad boys moment.
not sad boy. So it's a little bit more like he's feeling weak right now. Weak is not the, maybe the right. I forgot the word for it, but then it's a moment where you feel like, oh, all those people who are close to you just left.
Betrayed?
You. Yeah, betrayed. A feeling of sadness. Like a stronger word for sadness. I don't remember the word for it.
Depression.
Oh, depression. Hey.
Not depression.
Melancholy.
Okay, and now we're gonna talk about the loyal people. Remember, many deserted Paul, but then it just takes one loyal person to bring Paul back of the Spirit.
Jesus, yeah, I know.
Yes, no, but someone who the Lord moved. Okay, so we're gonna look at him. So, in verse 16 to 18, it starts out with, "May the Lord show mercy to the household of
Onesiphorus?
Onesiphorus." Sounds weird, but okay.
Onesiphorus.
Oh.
I don't know.
My brother O. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I can't pronounce it. I'm not trying to butcher it, so I'm just gonna call him my brother O. Oh. Okay. Because he often refreshed me and was not ashamed of my chains. Onesiphorus? Oh, that sounds a lot better.
I don't know.
Yeah. So, Paul starts off with, in a way, like an intercession prayer. Because right now he's like talking directly back to God. Mm-hmm. Wait, he's like talking to God, telling God, "Lord, please show this mercy to this person," right? And why is he telling God to show mercy to this person? It's because of what he has done. He refreshed me and was not ashamed of my chains. So in this case, the word refresh means renewing of the spirit, like bring back the spirit.
Wait, so in some cases, encouraging?
Yes, encouraging. Refresh, because remember, Paul was feeling betrayed, feeling a little bit upset because so many believers deserted him, right? Joined under persecution. And then you have this one person decide to visit him, and that brought up his spirit. Understand? It basically gave him encouragement. Again, so just take in mind that we see Paul as one of those like super disciple, like super disciple, right? but even he himself feels discouraged at times, right? And he also needs encouragement from people, and he got encouragement from this one person that we know nothing of, other than he's the person who refreshed Paul when he was in prison. So this no-name disciple was able to lift up the spirit of this apostle named Paul, who almost everybody knows, who believes, right? So it just takes a small person to renew the big boy. All right, so now we're gonna get into the context of mercy. So first of all, what is another word that's associated with mercy?
The G word?
Yeah.
Grace.
What is it? Yes, grace. So what's the difference between mercy and grace?
Mercy is more of
Grace is bigger, mercy is more specific.
Say again?
Grace is bigger, mercy is more specific.
What do you mean by that? Like, what do you mean by being
Like like there's like Christian and then there's Protestant, grace and then mercy. Mercy is in grace, but grace is not in mercy.
Wait, what?
Like a square.
I would say
Isn't it
mercy comes before grace. Because if you think about it, once you have mercy on somebody, that's when you know you're being gracious. Like that person's giving you grace.
Well,
I think it's the other way around.
No,
isn't grace supposed to be like
Grace
you doing
is-
something like you giving to someone undeserving, who's
So
undeserving of it?
tell me what's a graceful act.
merciful act.
There you go. You have to have grace, and then that leads to merciful.
No,
acts.
but then you want to see that person is showing you grace. They have to be merciful to you.
No, Steven.
So
You see
Steven-
the action. You don't see grace.
Yes. All right. Yes. All right. So looks like I got it backwards. No, but
Did you forget the lesson we had on Friday night, Steven?
yeah, I forgot it. But anyways, anybody else? What does the word grace mean by itself?
Undeserving.
Undeserving what?
Undeserving of whatever you give them.
Like doing something.
Like mercy.
Like doing something to someone who is undeserving of it.
Oh, mercy and grace are two different things, by the way.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know.
Like, it's not like we're saying that the whole time, you know?
No, but then you guys are giving the definition of grace. You're putting mercy in it.
Okay, let's see. So, mercy. Pity.
Yes, mercy has one act of mercy is showing pity. Alright, so let me just give it to you. So, grace is getting what we do not deserve.
Oh, wait.
Grace is getting what we do not deserve.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
This I'm talking about in terms of our relationship with God.
Yep.
Because then if you take it a different way, if you're like you deserve I don't know, this amount of money from me, but you know what, I'm being gracious to you, so I'm not giving you that money. No, I'm talking about in our relationship with God. Okay, grace is getting what we do not deserve.
Okay.
Mercy is not getting what we do deserve.
Ah,
It's similar,
Yeah.
but it's switched around.
that's right.
Yeah. And
Not getting what
mercy, no, grace is God's solution to mankind's sin. Mercy is God's solution to mankind's misery.
Oh.
Right? Because mercy is the actual taking away of the pain.
Oh, okay. Go on.
You can take a lot of things away.
Post flash.
Yes.
Like sad boy vibes.
Right, so God's free gift for the forgiveness of guilty sinners is grace. Whereas the mercy, he gives to allocate to
Allocate.
no, not allocate, elevate, to get rid of the consequences of our sins. And for mercy, it includes like three elements to it, at least three elements. It first includes includes pity. Number one, you see that oh, okay, something is like you're a little upset, like you feel bad for them. That's pity. And then it also involves of motivation to do something. And the third one is the actual doing something. So mercy is like three different parts.
Wait, hold up. Where's the word grace? I don't see it.
No, I'm trying to explain the
Oh,
difference between mercy and grace, because
okay.
people, when they see mercy, they just like,
So they think it's
grace.
synonymous with.
Yes.
Can't pity be a motivator?
Yeah.
So it can be 2 in 1.
Yeah, it could be. It is
Can you give me an example of like a different motivator?
recognizing the need, motivation to meet the need, and taking action to meet the specific need.
Wait,
Oh, yes.
Say the first part.
Recognizing the need.
Wait, it's not. Is that pity?
Oh yeah,
Wait,
pity means that okay, I feel bad for you. and then
But pity is not only just the recognizing. You also do something with the
No.
recognizing. Yeah.
I could feel pity for the homeless guy, but I don't do anything for him.
No, exactly. You recognize, and then you feel bad.
Yes.
Yeah, that's.
But
pity.
then that doesn't motivate you to do anything.
Wait. What are we talking about?
I feel like that is one.
No, because mercy includes at least 3 elements:
Yeah, yeah.
recognizing the need, motivation to meet the need, and taking action to meet the specific need.
Mercy.
Yeah, mercy.
Right? Okay.
So, you know what? Yeah, you could say it as 2 parts. The main point is taking action
Okay.
to meet the need. And in this case, the only way somebody could show you mercy is if they have something that could take care of something. If they are in a higher position than you are in terms of power level.
Power level.
Yes, you just take it simply as that. Because then they need to do something. They can help you with something that you can't help yourself with,
Uh-huh.
or something that you don't have. Because if you take it of in a way, let's just say, I'm trying to think of a good example. Like let's just say in terms of master and slave, or right. So can a slave ever have? Well, yes, technically, can a slave ever show mercy to a master? Like it's probably not the best example of it.
Show mercy to a master. Isn't that the other way around?
Huh? No. I'm telling you that. In order for somebody to show mercy, is they have to have a higher standard
Oh,
above you.
so okay, you're saying can slaves have mercy on the
Oh,
masters?
okay.
Because
Question.
yeah, it's a question because mercy is usually top down. It's not bottom up. Like you never really like see somebody from a higher position asking somebody from a lower position to show them mercy. So the way that it relates to this text is, Paul is directing up to the God. So God is the ultimate one above, right? So God has the ability to show mercy to anybody who's below him.
Do you have a specific example of like breaking down the 3 steps for mercy?
3 steps for mercy.
Because pity in my head is not fitting in the first description.
Of the homeless.
Of
Yeah,
recognizing.
I don't think pity is recognizing necessarily.
Is
I
it,
think
So
if you want to make an argument for pity, it fits better to 2.
well, no, because so during the time of the writing of New Testament, the word pity in Greek just means that you just see something that happened and you just feel bad, and that's it. That's the word pity, taken during the time of the writing for the New Testament.
Like, that feeling of bad, to me, is like it sounds more of a motivator. I think pity is the motivator, and I think just pure, like seeing the issue, is a separate from pity. So you see it, and then it causes you pity, which is the motivator, and then you can choose whether or not to do something about it. Because it just, for me, it's like I'm shoving them 2 together, but it doesn't make quite as much sense.
Well, I don't know.
Thanks, Steve.
I don't know because that wasn't the full
I'm
point
docking
of
points
it.
for this.
Wow. I'll get back to you later
Okay,
with that.
okay.
Right. So the whole point of it is mercy is the elevating of misery. So getting rid of misery, right?
wait, elevating?
Uh,
Alleviating?
Alleviating, because elevating means bringing up.
Okay.
Alleviating of misery, and the only way that somebody can show you mercy if they are in a high position than you are. So this is why Paul referring back to the Lord, show mercy to the household of this person. And in a way, Paul is, you can see Paul as praying a
Prayer of blessing?
prayer of blessing of either protection for this household, right? Like mercy as in getting rid of misery. So you could see in protection, safety, or just something along those lines, right? And now why does he ask? Refreshes me and was not ashamed of my chains. So he was not ashamed of Paul, who was in chains, and also of the gospel, right? And what did he do? So that's verse 17. On the contrary, when he was in Rome, he searched hard for me until he found me. So, what do you think the word searched hard mean? Like what type of action do you see?
Made an effort to.
Yes, like what? No, I mean, what type of action do you see? Can you describe like? Like, what do you think he did?
Running around the streets, asking people, going covertly, sneaking around.
Somewhat, yes. So, in my head, I was thinking, So, what are the 3 ways that Brother O can do in Rome? So, number 1, he could just go to Rome and do nothing. Number 2, he could secretly, like, just walk around the dark alley asking people, hey, have you seen Paul? Or 3, he could just literally go around from houses to houses. Doesn't matter like who lives there, and ask, do you know where Paul is? And I believe what this verse is referring to is the 3rd way. Searched hard. Right? So literally, he went. I believe he went from he was in Rome and he went around to look for Paul. And remember that once you mention the name Paul, you are at risk of being killed, imprisoned, or brought to slavery.
Isn't jail and prison both the same thing?
No, killed, imprisoned, slavery.
Oh.
Right? Because once you mention Paul, you are putting yourself, you're in a way associating with Paul, and Paul is the leader of the group that's getting persecuted. Right? So he decided he doesn't care. In a way, like he doesn't care for his own safety. He disregards his own safety when he goes around from door to door asking where Paul is. And this is why in a way why Paul is seeing him as somebody who is a really true close friend, loyal friend. Right, so and then he in a way closes it off with sort of like the same prayer. May the Lord grant that he will find mercy from the Lord on that day. Right? So, for this one, it's similar to the one that I explained in verse 16. But then on that